Hey guys, this is Daniel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited. I'm actually going to be reviewing and comparing the Fenty foundation, which everyone talks about and everyone is in love with. But I also have a foundation that everyone loves. It is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Normal to Oily Foundation. So I'm going to be comparing these two foundations to let you guys know if the Fenty foundation is worth it or if you can get a much cheaper dupe. Let's get started. So first things first, I have this new concealer on and it actually is really nice. It is the Laura Mercier High Coverage Concealer. Focus, 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 focus. It's for the under eye area and it's really smooth and it's not dry and it gives really good coverage. Let's take this off so that we can do the foundation review. I'm gonna use a hefty little Neutrogena wipe. Alright guys, I'm back with a clean face. It's not as flawless as it was before. Guess what? I'm about to give myself some nice full coverage, so I'm not even worried about it. So to test these foundations out, I'm going to use my new Beauty Blender sponge. I actually don't have a lot of experience with either of these foundations or either of these foundations, whatever sounds cooler or fancier. These are pretty similar, so I kind of want to put it to the test for myself and to give you guys a recommendation so that you guys know what to get. I love to give you guys advice. Whatever helps you guys be happier and healthier and prettier. That's what I want. That's what I want for myself and that's what I want for your life. So first I'm gonna start with the Fenty foundation. This is the Pro Filter Foundation and this is in the color 320. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my Beauty Blender. This is a really full coverage and very matte foundation, which I normally don't love because I feel like it tends to look really dry on the skin. I feel like you can see a lot of the texture when the foundation is a lot more matte. Who knows, I could be wrong. Maybe it'll change my mind. You know what, let me zoom in for you guys. I like to apply foundation using a stippling motion, which is like a pressing of the Beauty Blender. It blends the foundation into the skin, but it also helps the foundation stay put where you want it. Stay there. That was so annoying. It's on punishment. Let me grab a little bit more foundation. I'm gonna do half of my face with the Fenty and the other half with the Maybelline. I'm gonna use it under the eye also so I can see like how it creases or if it moves around a little bit. We're gonna get the full effect here. I don't lie to you and I don't make things up because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. You know, I need to be able to sleep at night knowing that I told the truth. This foundation actually blends really easily. Keep in mind, I'm also using a damp beauty blender. So always make sure to wet your beauty blender or your sponge and like wring it out. Wow. Ooh, la la. And I didn't have moisturizer or primer under these, keep in mind, because I wanted to see how it truly looks like on its own. This foundation is definitely full coverage. I mean, I didn't even use a lot and it's like, got it? So we're gonna let that sit and just kind of marinate and see what it looks like in about 2 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm gonna put on the Matte and Poreless. Wow. That was way too much. I'm gonna use the other side of my Beauty Blender. This was cold. The color is a little bit lighter than this side, so don't pay attention to that. We're looking more for like the texture. This already blends a lot easier. It's a lot more liquidy. Wow, Maybelline. I'm actually really impressed. I'm really shocked, to tell you the truth. So I'm trying to get the same amount of coverage on both so that we can really compare. Right off the bat, I can tell that the Fenty foundation is a lot heavier. So if you have much more dry skin or dehydrated skin, which you might because of this cold season, I wouldn't recommend the Fenty, to tell you the truth. It is very matte. Get some buffeted in there. I know buffeted isn't a word. Trust me. Trust me. Let's let this set for a minute. Fan my face, fan my face, fan my face. The Maybelline foundation feels very like cool, like it's almost very soothing on my skin, which feels amazing. I'm sorry I ever judged you. I'm sorry I ever, took you for granted and all that stuff. I'm very sorry. You have redeemed yourself for sure. The Fenty feels dry. It feels very like powdery and very matte, where the Maybelline feels like skin. All right, I backed up a little bit because you were like all up in my face. You guys were like in my business and you need to back up. The Maybelline feels, it's definitely matte because there's no shine, just like the Fenty, but it is a lot more hydrating. So therefore it looks much more natural on the face. So this is the Maybelline matte. It's very smooth. And this is the Fenty. You may not be able to see a difference because I have like this blaring ring light. It's giving me that RuPaul effect, but I can see the difference for sure. The Fenty foundation is a lot more dry and I can actually see it on my skin. I can see the texture and the dryness. So it's almost making me look a little bit cakey, which I hate to say because obviously Rihanna is Rihanna and she's a queen. And I'm just talking about my skin. My skin is combination, okay? So I feel like most people are combination where I have like some oily areas and some like dry areas, okay? I'm not oily all over, I'm combination. Now the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, I can see a lot less even though it is matte. There's no shine on either one, but the Maybelline, I can see less on my skin. There's less texture, which means it looks more like skin and it looks more natural. I can definitely see the Fenty a lot more under my eyes. The Maybelline is a little bit softer. Actually, you know what's crazy? On my pores, like on my nose, I see the Maybelline more than I see the Fenty. Alright guys, so now that I've put the foundation on and I've kind of seen, what it does and all that good stuff, my final conclusion on this foundation is that the Maybelline Fit Me is actually a really good alternative to the Fenty foundation. So if you don't have $34 to spend on a foundation, but you have $6 to spend on a foundation, get the Maybelline foundation because honestly, I am really impressed and I really like it. It looks very professional and I definitely recommend it. I'm super happy right now because everyone feels like they need to spend a lot of money on makeup or foundation, and this just proves to me that you don't. Maybe you've tried the Fenty foundation and it wasn't for you. Try the Maybelline Fit Me foundation because it is a matte coverage. It is a lot more natural and less heavy than the Fenty foundation. Definitely try it for yourself. And if you have tried any of these foundations, let me know what you think down below. Last but not least, let's take this off. Felt like I had to kind of scrub it a little bit. Yeah, the Maybelline came off just as pretty much the same, but maybe just a little bit easier just because it isn't as dry. The Maybelline might be a great matte foundation for like the winter time, which is like now, like winter and spring. And once it starts getting hot and humid, you can probably switch the Fenty, or you can probably stick with the Maybelline if it's like what you love and what you need. Don't let me tell you what to do. Do what you want to do. Live your best life. Live your true life. I feel like Oprah and I feel amazing right now. That concludes my Fenty and Maybelline review. They are both worth it in my opinion. They give different finishes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending a little time with me today. I know that your time is precious and valuable, just like mine. Let me know what you think down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I love you guys so much. And like always, have a good day. Bye guys, take care.